Welcome, Sagittarius, to your Astrodice reading for September. Hope you friends are doing great out there. If you friends like this, please like and subscribe. Okay, friends, let's see what's going on with you. Straight into this. Bringing out some Jupiter energy with some Libra energy. Going straight into the 5th house. Wow. 5th house of love, marriage, personal relationships, romance, creating things you're proud of. Wow. Let's see what's going on. So going on to, what is it? It is your confidence, courage, self-belief, and luck. Nice. Doing it with some Libra style over here. This energy is diplomatic, gracious. It seeks harmony and balance in the relationship. And going straight into that 5th house, we're talking about where that fun and romance is. Nice. And anything that you are creating, right? So feeling like you might even have some kind of creative thing going on. Maybe you're feeling very romantic right now. There's this kind of romance in the air going on for you. So let's see what's going on over here. Fix this a little bit. Okay, best message coming through. It is talking about the sadness and the isolation in the beginning of the month. Talking about seeking that peace that you need within yourself and dedicated effort. Let's see what we've got over here. Not trusting the situation, but not completely moving on in the middle of the month either, but yet not really coming together either. So it's almost like I don't trust what's going on, but I'm not going to move past this. But we're definitely not going to come together the way we want to come together. At the end of the month, the well-deserved reward that you're looking for is not truly there just yet, but you are going to try to find that balance right there under the Libra. Look at that. Right there under the Libra, you're going to try to find that balance with the clarity and the belief going on. So there is definitely some kind of clarity and belief going on where you're saying, okay, well, I do have this one piece. So there is that one piece of the puzzle going on, my friends. Let's see what's going on. Having the sadness and the isolation to the situation is mostly because there is something going on that you've tried to put a lot of dedicated effort into in the beginning of the month, but it's not really 100% coming the way you want it to. Could be dealing with an Aquarius who just feels like the conversations that you're having are moving away from what it is you truly are trying to put together over here. So if you know that you're trying to really communicate with them and, you know, and really get this off, you know, into the good foot. Yeah, so it just feels like they're kind of moving backwards a little bit. Let's see what's going on over here. Trying to patiently wait for the situation and a lot of healing process because of the sadness and the isolation of them continually moving backwards. So where you're continuing trying to get the situation done, it's almost like they just, you know, they keep letting go of it. So there is no control over this situation. You're trying to use the dedicated effort, but you can't keep control in the beginning of the month of how they're going to come towards you. So all you can really do is patiently wait and really seek some, you know, inner peace for yourself to see how that's going to pan through. Not really having a, you know, the trust for the situation with the Queen of Cups coming out. It's almost like I have to dig deep within this cup to figure out what it is that's going on within the situation. This person, for some reason, does not have your trust. Now you can't figure out why they're moving away from you. So now it's kind of bringing in some red flags of what they're really doing, because they definitely are going somewhere else. Definitely doing a great escape. And it's a little bit of irresponsibility on their side as well. So if you know that they're supposed to be at work and then they're not at work, You're getting phone calls from their work, where they are. There's a lot of irresponsibilities that goes on within this situation. But it does show that you're not going to 100% let go of the situation as is just yet, trying your hardest to keep the 10 of cups alive. Some of you may be married and trying to really salvage a marriage, or this really maybe really old dedicated effort relationship. You see what I'm saying? Like, you guys could be together for a very long time. Because the coming together is saying, I'm still starry-eyed about you. I'm still trying my hardest to pull this through. But the relationship in itself needs a lot of healing. But there's also a lot of truth that needs to come out of this situation of what they're doing. Because if they start losing your trust towards the mid-month, then you have to, it's going to open up another different kind of can of worms. Yes, because now they want to argue with you, and they're going to be a little combative with you when you start to ask questions. Right? Because now you're focused on what are you doing? And they know that you're focused on them saying, what are you doing? Right? So they are going to be a little combative about the situation. They're definitely going to want to argue about the situation of what they're doing because they're, and that's going to also, really open, like I said, open up that can of worms again for a trust issue of what you are doing. With the well-deserved reward, it's like you're still walking over here at the end of the month on this cane, trying to get the dedicated effort out. But there is a lot of hurt. It is a heaviness to this situation. There's definitely a heaviness here. As I'm still continuing to try my hardest for the 5th house to really find the balance within the situation that's coming out underneath the Libra. And yeah, but you over here trying to take the role of the Emperor, trying your hardest to keep all the control underneath, about you. How about that? Just around you, about you, everything you're doing. You're really taking on Emperor boss modes. You have to in the end of the month, because who else is going to do it? Especially if you have kids, right? Yeah, because the house is kind of upside down. The passion is, upside down. You're starting to have the clarity to believe, whether or not this person is going to actually travel toward you. You guys could definitely be dealing with some kind of Aries or some kind of Aquarius. Doesn't have to be, right? But you're waiting for the overall promise. Having the idea of, is it going to come this way? Because it does feel like all of a sudden when they do start traveling towards you, kind of towards the end of the month, they're definitely going to want to have some kind of date night. They want to offer something to try to, make this kind of turn around. But it's a little suspicious. It's a little suspicious with the 4 of Cups upside down, because it's saying, oh, now all of a sudden you want to get past the disappointments. They don't want to disappoint you. They don't want you being suspicious. They don't want you to believe that there's unrequited love with the 4 of Cups. So they're definitely trying to change the energy around the 5th house for you, and really trying to extend, some kind of promise towards you to where they can kind of, make all of this better. Have more success, a little more harmonious, but you're going to notice what's going on around you. And then that's going to be an interesting one. Is it real, or is it, or is it fake? That's going to be the biggest question of it all. We don't get into that in the Astrodice. That's what beginning of the month, middle of the month, and end of the month are for. So we're definitely hoping that this comes back around so we'll know. How suspicious is this? Because I'm sorry, it really feels a little suspicious. Whether it's them feeling guilty, that will be a little sus, right? Because now you can say, oh, you do feel guilty. So, and then they really do want you back, or is it suspicious on a negative where it's like, oh shit, I can't let you go. I got to do this and that. No, but I can't let you know what's really going on. So I cannot wait to see how that's going to pan out and how that's going to play out. Okay. Otherwise, on a creative note, you have the Star card. You're still going for your goals. You're working hard for your money. You're creating things that you're proud of, and really getting, carried away with situations. And I see a lot of great creativity. You can even see the creativity here as you're really moving towards the things that you really need for the progression of the things that you're proud of. If you're writing, doing projects at work, things like that, they're really panning out for you. Okay, but on the love area, yeah, just watch this person. This person's a little suspicious, guys. Figure that out later. Till next time, peace and love. Bye-bye. you.